it.
Why would they take
like
that out?
That's the reason. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it sounds like they're basically going to charge you for every little fucking thing you want. Meaning, if you really are into it, you may as well just buy it now before it goes free to play.
Yeah.
And save some money. That's fucking stupid. Man, we got killed in sales. What should we do? I don't know. Let's charge more money for it.
That's smart.
Oh, I don't know why that reminded me, but Joe, did you see Yangye's recent video about apparently Bethesda is going to keep limping to the stable with their Gamebryo engine?
Bethesda is so smart.
Right? Like, we don't even get it. They're so smart.
Yep.
They sell money, we don't even know it. Man, this guy is really optimistic about this. I'm kind of sad for him. Like, he's like, well, I mean, you know, if it goes free to play and more people are pumping money into it, that kind of makes it better for those of us who, you know, bought the game at full price originally, because, you know, maybe now they can, like, work on, like, matchmatching and stuff. It's like, buddy, they're not
gonna... That sounds like he's got a sponsored video.
Yeah, like, buddy, they're not going to work on shit. This is their desperate move. They're going to try to just... They know they're not getting sales, so they're going to microtransaction it and just see how much they can get out of it.
Alright.
You know what won't be a dead game, though? Darksiders 3.
Doesn't that come out this month, or is it next month?
This month, 2 weeks, the 27th.
It's gonna suck. Darksiders is a trash game series.
Get the fuck out of here.
How dare you?
We can no longer be friends. Ever. I'm leaving you.
How dare.
Goodbye, Zachary.
Well, guess we're down one elf. Nothing of value is lost.
For the record, Fury will beat anyone in the Fate series. Fight me.
If Al actually believes that, and he's stupid.
Yeah, he really is, but it was still funny. Just that wild parting shot and then back out.
Aha. This is interesting, Shira.
Yes.
Oh, what the fuck?
He actually believed that, you're dumb.
What the fuck are you doing? What have you done to my house?
I have turned your house into a spider web.
It's that fucking mouse, isn't it? He's still doing push-ups in the corner.
Stop doing push-ups! No!
No! Stop doing push-ups! I love how for that part of the video, too, he also, like, gets rid of the spooky ghost robe and everything, and he's just in, like, gym clothes.
So, last time, we had, met with our heroes. They had met some allies in the woods. Well, I say allies. They met some badasses who put all of their abilities to shame. Followed by
they look like
a very kind old woman who, for the low price of some work, gave him some food
and trauma
and an illusion around the camp
and trauma.
That is also a thing.
I only stole some mushrooms, so fight me.
Oh my god, Ilya, thank you.
But a couple days have passed since we last joined our heroes. They've begun setting the camp back up. You know, in preparation after the storm, the camp took a lot of damage from the heavy winds and rain that had blown away many of the flimsy shelters the surviving peasants had.
Did we use Flex Seal?
No, because this is a medieval scenario and Flex Seal isn't a thing yet.
But that's a lot of damage.
Yes. So, what do you guys want to do?
Why am I all the way down here?
Because that's where you left yourself.
Again, the past several days have basically just been the whole party and the camp working together. To basically forage, try to bring some more animals into the fray, that sort of thing. Kind of try to bring the camp back up to how it was before that storm had hit.
Mm-hmm.
It is a concern of, you know, if any of you don't think of it, then I'm sure Auburn would approach you. This isn't gonna work. Obviously, you guys are gonna need to find some permanent shelter. That's some sort of permanence.
Yeah.
Because this exact thing could happen again.
Yeah.
We make it better. Build it stronger, harder, and faster.
Is there a town further, or something that we can...
If you would bring up kind of trying to migrate to a town, Auburn would nearest town would be kind of like tilt her head back and like tap her chin a little bit. And go, the nearest town is some odd 200-300 miles away.
Yeah. So we're like a good couple days away from any towns.
And she kind of like looks around, because then I don't know if many of these townsfolk could make that journey. The simple farmers and commoners, they're not meant to go on a forced march through the woods.
No, it's okay. We assume it.
Yeah.
That was two of them that were sick.
Well, maybe somebody cast Medica too or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe you did it with your axe. You just angry-eyed at them until they got healthy.
And Auburn would, she's like, I'm not saying this to put any sort of pressure on you. We can survive here a little while longer if we need to, but in the coming weeks we're going to need to find somewhere to stay, somewhere to camp down, somewhere to call home until we take back our home. I could try to get in contact with some of my old friends from the Shenesada Rangers, but it's been many years since I was a ranger, and I can't make any promises. I don't even know where the strongholds are. When I was still in the Rangers, I was but a trainee. And by the time I had left, they had already changed camps several times.
Well.
And the elves are pretty much out of the question here.
Yeah, I don't know how kindly the elves would take to Aridin showing back up after the last debacle with 30 plus people in tow, all starving.
Oh god, I got triggered for a second. I saw 21 HP and thought it was the fucking energy drain. But this is a different character.
I love you, kid.
Unbelievable.
Because I'm more apt to say, let's get him to a new town, but we could always go. I know quite a few of them won't make it, though. And going back to the other town isn't an option.
as you guys are thinking, she goes, "You might find somewhere deeper within the woods that we could make home. The Fangwood is a wild, large, untamed forest, still home to many dark crevices that none have seen for ages." And she'd kind of smile dryly and be like, "I'd wager there's some places that haven't been seen since before since before the age of prophecy."
Can we ask our scouts if they've seen anything that have been going out, like anything that or heard anything?
Yeah, you could ask them. They haven't really seen much, but your scouts aren't really going out into the woods too
Yeah.
deep. They're kind of patrolling the perimeter
Yeah.
to make sure that you guys
not
don't get
going-
assaulted by, like, you know.
Yeah.
Bobbies.
Hobbies.
You knocking? What was that? Why did coffee sound like knocking?
Maybe you need
I don't believe you.
Thanks, she spoke.
Also, I misspoke. I didn't mean to say prophecy. I meant to say before the age of lost omens.
There's a chill
Which
run
is my
down my
fault.
spine.
Huh?
There's a chill run down my spine.
No, basically, the Age of Lost Omens is that's what's called the current age, which was ushered in when when the god Eridan died mysteriously.
Oh, okay.
Did he mysteriously reincarnate as a fucking elf?
Definitely a dwarf.
I still thought we make Dana wear a corgi, by the way.
No. On topic. I mean, I'm down for going in searching. I mean, they have a few days that we can see if there's anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
try to find a camp or something, like a nice little area in the woods or something.
yeah. If we could like fortify everybody up and make sure they have a good stock of everything, we can like take off for a couple days if needed.
Yeah, between the warriors in your camp, they would probably be fine.
I don't like how you said probably.
Well, I meant like unless unless they march into the fucking woods with like a venerable army, you would assume that they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But then again, if they march into the woods with an army, you're all dead
You're
too.
dead
So we're kind of
anyways.
fucked regardless. So
Yeah, I mean, because just looking at the list, let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 trained warriors and several other people who know how to use a blade.
By the way, as everyone's discussing this, I'm like, Hrothgar's just like getting Brutus ready to go on an adventure.
Yeah.
Just to go explore, and like Hrothgar's already like set on doing this. He's got a big smile. He's like, I'm gonna go exploring.
So, are you guys gonna go exploring then? Maybe spend the day gathering up supplies and everything?
yeah.
Yeah, and the old lady, whoever I forgot her name, would she have been able to tell us any information?
Veld, she basically
Like-
kind of just pointed to. She was like, "Oh, over here there might be a cabin, or there might not be. I don't know. I don't really leave this house anymore. There's probably a dog
Leave this house
right there," and she just like would point in
some.
some random direction. You get the
That's-
sense she's not all there.
Well, I've already learned
Lives
that.
with Mighty Mouse, so
She may not be all there, but she makes one heck of a cup of tea, or whatever that was. I'm gonna just call it tea.
I'll just call it what it was. Like tea.
Um. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best choice, even though it would be better for him to get out of the forest.
What?
That's my meaningful roll for the day.
So,
Roll to see if I have
so
an about the mouse.
okay. I would imagine that night everyone kind of lays down, gets ready for bed.
Takes turns.
Dwogol is sitting kind of with his sons at the campfire, and you're kind of just sitting there. They're kind of teasing each other back and forth, like, "Oh, I killed this many hobgoblins. Oh, I killed this many."
Well, my deck is this long.
And I would imagine Dwogol just kind of staring into the fire as the embers would crackle. And
sounds of family.
The embers would crackle as he'd stare into the campfire, and his mind would drift back to that battle many years ago where the fire raged around him. As he saw some of his closest friends he trained with just burn, seeing their faces and their skin just melt as the orc party assaulting them is also just assaulted. And as he stands up, seemingly untouched by the flame, he puts his hand out, and a giant torrent of flame would just wash over the nearest hobgoblin, just bathing him. And as you're kind of getting lost in the memory, one of your kids would kind of, Dad, what? Are you okay?
Oh, yes, just remembering stuff.
Tell us a story.
You
Tell us the
have
one about
many
how you met
stories.
Mom.
Tell us about the time you became a were corgi.
The younger one would kind of like bounce, like, yeah, I love that story.
But you've heard it so many times.
Yeah, but I just one more time, Dad. And he's got like his bright eyes, just wide, little twinkle in them. Imagine Dwogol would gather his kids. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You kind of bring them in.
So, yeah.
They'd have a nice little time by the fire as the night ticks off slowly before everyone, as the story continues. I imagine his kids would kind of nuggle into him and fall asleep.
A dwarf ball.
A little ball of dwarfs, yeah.
Everybody's gonna roll out.
And that night also, the other thing of importance that really happens is Throthgar, throughout the night, you kind of have a restless night. Between with the recent attack on the town, you've been able to stave off most of kind of the bad memories, but with the attack on the town and with how they all seem to some of the people seem a little more depressed than the rest, you can tell that it's weighing a little heavily on others. You just have this wave of just emotions kind of wash over you as you're trying to lie there, Brutus kind of coiled around you. And you get these feelings of failure, of just abject failure. Those feelings would basically just the feeling that you couldn't protect the town, that you couldn't keep everyone safe, that maybe if you had ran into this building, you could have saved just one more person. And you kind of just all night are kind of tossing and turning, and like maybe every now and again, no one's looking, to kind of a sob would slip out. And
Manly dwarf tears.
as you're kind of lying there, a woman would approach you, and she'd kind of sit next to you, and she wouldn't say anything, and she'd just kind of quietly whisper, "Thank you. If it hadn't been for you and your friends, I likely would have died in that forge. And I know that there's nothing I could really do to repay you, but I wanted you to know that Thank you. And this is Kia Vasam, the sylph woman. And she wouldn't even really wait for you to reply. She would kind of just you can see, like, if you look over at her, she's already very pale and thin.
Mm-hmm.
Being a sylph, but she's like shaking, and like it almost looks like the gentle wind kind of rolling over the camp will be enough to kind of almost destroy her frail body. And before you even have a chance to kind of say anything, she would just kind of stand up and walk away. And as she walks away, you see kind of dancing around her feet, kind of trailing behind her, is almost like it's almost like fire licking her feet, except it's more like a lightning. Like small bits of electricity are kind of arcing out of the ground through her feet and then arcing back.
Okay.
This is going to be the easiest way I can describe it in a good way. Imagine if Pikachu was like supercharged and was like walking.
Yeah. I get you.
The rest of the night. The rest of the night kind of passes uneventfully. Nothing really. There's no alarms raised. Jet makes a nice meal for the whole group. She makes a large kind of stew, and if pestered about was it this expensive, she just gives a wide smile and says, "Sometimes everyone needs a little stew, right?" And we'll just go back to cooking and handing it out, and everyone's kind of everyone's up and down. There's, like I said, there's some people who are still very optimistic. We're gonna take back the town from those fucking hobgoblins, and there's other people just sobbing by themselves. And yeah, it's the next morning.
Should we tell? I mean, obviously, for the people that can, I think we should at least tell them that we're gonna go for a little bit. That they have to watch the town, but tell them, the plan is to find more suitable shelter in the meantime. But will be returning to make sure that everybody's okay and that they're kind of on extra watch duty.
Yeah.
So that way they're not. Why did people leave us?
Yeah, the two half elves you saved and convinced to not run back into the fray by themselves, Lirosa and Tadio, would kind of nod their heads and I understand. We'll keep the camp safe. And Sudi, the cat folk, would walk over. I understand that the camp will not be acousted while you are away.
So she's Russian.
No, I just did the voice terribly. I didn't practice enough.
Russian.
It just sounds.
Yeah, also, Sudi is a boy. A male, rather.
They're Russian.
Something I just thought of. I forget if we actually did anything about it. We found that Dwogol found that amulet in the church or whatever back when the town was getting attacked.
Mm.
Did we ever return that to the person who owned it?
Yeah, that's actually... That amulet you found was actually... That belonged to Lirosa.
Yeah.
The half-elf. And when you found her, you had given it back to her, and basically because of you returning that, she listened to you saying, Don't go kill yourself, come with us.
Okay.
Why do you know this, sir? If you're gonna just listen to music.
So, you guys head off into the woods.
To the forest.
Unless there's anything else, unless there's anything someone wants to do.
Gotta go play with the wood.
Oh, I want to see if I can find more of that random iron box that they stumbled away. That was a good workout.
Nothing I want to do, really.
Okay, so yeah, you guys would make your way off into the woods. Let me just roll something.
What's going on?
He's a stinky kid.
What are you talking about?
Also, it's safe to say I would have gotten on Brutus before we
Yeah,
went into the woods, just in
Not
case there's any like random encounters.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys are just walking through the woods. Currently, there's not a whole lot. So everybody, give me a perception check as you kind of go. Actually, first things first. Everybody who can, give me a survival to see if you kind of spot anything out of the ordinary in the woods.
Baby.
My survival's a -1.
Help.
I could roll it, but
Animals as well.
why not?
William.
If you want.
Okay. Oh my god, what is with me?
And I rolled better than you.
I got a nat 1.
It's funny, you on that one made it to what my actual roll was.
You see absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't even see a tree, and I just walk right into it.
Like Westworld doesn't look like anything to me.
Why does this dog keep rolling higher than me? I have a +8. He has a +1.
So there's not. You don't really find something. You do find some food, probably maybe some like berries you could take with you. Now everybody, go ahead and give me a perception check. You don't see like you don't see any like footprints or trail markings or anything to that effect.
Yeah. Why? Alright, give me a sec.
We see everything in the wood.
Okay. So the only people
I'll be
who
right
hear
back.
this is okay. Kieran and Fen hear off in the distance what sounds like high-pitched yips and this like thin growling laughter as you come up on this like you come towards this clearing.
Okay.
It sounds kind of like a dog, like a dog, maybe a wolf, kind of almost like whining.
That is where I'm at right now.
I don't know why I saw Kieran and I was like, why is the dog talking?
So we see the doggy, or we just hear
Currently,
it?
you hear it from kind of coming up ahead in this like what you'd assume might be a forest clearing.
So should we go find out what the dog wants?
Like I said, it sounds to be not only like I said, there's the dogs, but it sounds to be crying, and also what sounds like laughter, like this high-pitched, terrible laughter.
Kieran is already moving towards the sound. Pupper in trouble.
Okay.
Kieran must go.
I'm trying to get my map to place.
Roll for initiative.
I never said that. You did.
So unrelated, my boss just sent me a message on Facebook, and the message is just but it has a video at the bottom of it, and it's from The Rock, and it's saying "Don't cry, don't." Hold on, let's see if it will do it.
I know the thing you're talking about.
I want to go back. My boss is a savage. Holy fuck. Because it was like coming into work ready to have a good day, and then all hell breaks loose or something like that, and it's just The Rock going, "Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry." What does it say specifically? When you arrive at work and it is already busy. And then I'm like, where did you find that picture of me? And she's like, oh, muscles and all. Boss is a savage.
Get wrecked. Okay. I just gotta copy your tokens. I forgot to do that because I'm a professional GM. So the four of you and your animal compatriots enter this clearing in the woods. I'm not gonna go to the bottom actually, but you. And the roots of an ancient oak tree crisscross the ground like the tentacles of some subterranean beast. A shadow beneath the tree marks the mouth of a den dug deep in the soft earth. A tuft of pale gray fur clings to the edge of the hole, and a musky animal scent, or stink rather, lingers in the air. And you see, kind of in the middle, you see half a dozen of these small little creatures, and they're just like, one of them has a club, and he's like holding this little pup, like a wolf pup, kind of by the scruff, and it's got not a club rather, it's a willow branch. Welcome back. And he's holding this pup, this little wolf pup, by its scruff, and it has this willow branch, and it's just whipping it. While and like all the other mites, or the little creatures rather, are just laughing. While there's this larger wolf that you assume is possibly the mother, is kind of like snarling and trying to lash out and get her puppy back, but the other mites are kind of keeping her at bay with like torches. And they're all kind of laughing and cheering as they torture this puppy.
So what did I miss?
You guys came upon a clearing where there's a bunch of small creatures torturing a baby wolf, while the mother wolf tries to get.
Enraged.
Yeah, the mother wolf tries to get in range of it.
No,
How would they be doing
enrage.
that?
Kieran, enrage.
Oh, Kieran's pissed. No. I hate when I have a wolf token and it like squishes really bad. I'm gonna have to just do this. The ones with the red dots are puppies.
Okay.
I don't see any red dots.
Scroll up.
Oh, they're way up there. Or
Yeah,
way
these
down.
are gonna be the puppies. And they're kind of like still hiding in the den, kind of looking on.
Can one of you two deal with that? Like,
And these things, those little creatures, they kind of seem to be just basically a head almost. Like they're pretty disgusting, and they're very clearly cruel.
Have you placed them already, or am I just not seeing them?
they're up more.
No, the mites aren't like. I have a token for them, but they're not wanting to place for some reason.
Okay.
That's not what I wanted to place. Stop. Let me try a different token. This one's like not wanting to upload them. Not upload, rather, but like post. They're pretty awful looking. Like, I'm just gonna. It's gotta be said. These things are terrifying. They're gross. Kill me.
Dothka's gonna lean down, kind of like tap Kieran on the shoulder. Think you can shoot one of those things?
I'll shoot all the things.
If you guys are going to attack them, go ahead and roll initiative. I'm sure they're friendly.
The
mites?
And I don't think they are.
You don't know.
I was gonna say, what?
Okay, I got a 0. That's cool. Does that make sense to anyone else?
You get a
Says you have
zero?
a minus
A
1.
0.
Well, we got a 1, so...
I was gonna
That's the
say
second
from a
one in
sense.
a row. This isn't fair.
And Fenn's still trying to fucking outdo me because he's a little bitch.
Am I able to tell if they're friendly?
The mites?
Yeah.
Well, here,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
let you see what they look like. Does that look friendly?
It looks like he's holding a jagged feather.
Yes. They totally look friendly.
You look depressed.
I mean, if you looked like that, wouldn't you be?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I fuckered up.
Jeez, how many is there?
Half a dozen.
Well, all right then.
Which means they're not very strong.
That doesn't necessarily mean that.
That totally means that.
This isn't 4th edition. Minions aren't a thing. We don't play that garbage in this household.
Where am I? There I am.
Hey,
And
Joe.
Hey, Cade.
Curious question, just because I haven't really used this feature yet. For my, like, studied target thing, I'm assuming it's what it is, but do you know if it's supposed to be, like, one type of enemy or literally one unit at a time?
Literally one enemy at a time, but it's basically a free action every time you want to activate it.
Well, no, I have to do it as a move action currently. Later on, I can, or
Oh, is that
So
what it
it's-
is?
there's this. If I do like a sneak attack, then I can do it as an immediate action. But if I'm just doing it, it's a move action. But
Oh, okay.
I don't have
didn't
sneak
realize
attack yet because I'm only level 2.
that. Okay. So, let me add...
So yeah, if I want to use my studied target, I have to sacrifice a move action. Not that that's a huge deal, just I have to have some.
You could always just spend a whole turn setting up.
Yeah. Because that'd be like just a double move, set up my great bow and study a target.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this bitch.
These bitches tortured puppies. Today they die.
Where the fuck is Finn? There he is. Goddamn, Finn's so much better than you.
And what's sad is I've got better stats than him. He just keeps rolling higher.
At least you didn't roll a 0.
Like, I rolled a 17 and have a 4 on my initiative for the 21. You rolled a 20,
Hey.
I have a +2.
What is Dan's initiative? +4? Okay, so Dan goes first.
Stupid.
Dan got a 9.
Yeah. Well, his initiative is 4. His bonus is 4. So he goes before the mite.
Oh,
I'm,
you rolled the same as one of the enemies.
I'm almost positive you have... Yeah, you have... Okay.
Also,
So, let me just...
I'm just realizing this now. I never put in any of my class skills. I didn't check any of them off.
Good job, Shiro.
I'm gonna have to do that after this.
Just take a minute as combat's going.
Yeah, you just gotta check out. Shouldn't take you too bad.
I know,
That's
but I
it.
mean, like, I have
That's
to
too
open
bad.
up another page, and it's annoying.
I mean, I'd say it's a good idea to have your class page open all the time anyway, just in case.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I always have my class page and my archetype page open at all times when we're doing this.
You know what I have open at all times?
Everything.
Porn.
Terabytes of
Alright, starting off this combat is Fen / Kieran. Since Kieran technically has to give Fen a command.
Is this just static random map, by the way, or, like, what's our terrain right now?
You're in kind of like a clearing. The bushes in the middle aren't trees, they're like shrubbery.
Okay. Can we, like, stealth through them to sneak up on them?
If you want to attempt to stealth, yes.
Okay. I think we're gonna have both of us do that. So, just go ahead and roll both of them, even though it's not Kieran's turn yet.
Okay. Current, like I said,
Alright.
it's not a failure.
Talk shit, get hit, I guess.
So just to set the scene a little bit more, currently there are 5 mites kind of standing around this wolf mother with torches, and they're trying to burn her and laughing the whole time. While one of the mites has one of the puppies by its scruff and is whipping it over and over again with this like willow branch.
That's not very
The
nice.
mother is obviously foaming at the mouth. She is fucking pissed. And she looks borderline, like, feral because of this. Like, someone's attacking her baby. She is fucking pissed. So, Fen sneaks up first. Let me roll my perception checks. What even is the perception? Okay, he fails, as I have a lot of perception.
Would Brutus have any class skills, by the way? No, right?
He gets just
Should have
skill
some.
bonuses. I don't think he gets actual class skills, does he, Cade?
I think Fen does. Yeah.
So he does.
So like acrobatics, climb, fly, perception, stealth, swim.
I want to see him fly.
Where would I? How would I find out what
It
class
will-
skills he gets?
It'll be under his Cavalier page. Just give me a second. Let me find that PDF I gave you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to find it because it's under a different web browser. Just hold on.
Alright. And I could just go with the skills on a wolf page. On a wolf's page.
It'll likely be the same. I just wanted to verify.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go with the wolf for now, and I'll fix. And I'll look. I'll get that PDF up later. I can't find it right now.
Or should I go with wolf or dire wolf? Regular wolf, I'm
Wolf.
guessing? Okay.
So, Fen moves up, tries to stealth, fails. One of the mites turns around and goes, "More puppies will play." So he sees you.
Neat. Right. I already moved him.
What is Kieran? Oh,
Big money.
so Kieran passes because none of them can beat that stealth check. That's not doing feet. That's weird.
Also, am I putting in these +8 and +6 to like stealth and perception and stuff like that?
You can use all those stat bonuses for now. That's fine.
Do I just put those in race bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just outside my bonus range. Alright.
Gonna shoot it with your longbow.
I just had to turn off the appropriate buffs first. So it's not within 30 feet. I'm gonna shoot the one with the red dot on it.
Oh, the one attacking the wolf puppy.
Yes. Well, okay.
A 12 against his flat-footed AC will strike your target.
Yay. Oh, stuff.
As your arrow would sail out and impale this guy right in the head, killing him.
Yeet. Yeet for the puppies.
Okay, this mite will try to attack the doggo.
I just realized they all actually rolled pretty decently on initiative.
Okay, yeah, he'll miss. This one will do the same. And hit. No, he'll miss as well. And then that one's dead. Aridin.
Do it, Shira. Charge them. Charge them dead.
I'm gonna.
Where's that great cleave?
Where is? Because my base speed is 40.
Actually, I forgot if cleave and great cleave is even a thing in Pathfinder. No, look that up.
Set out here.
Oh.
Ah, there is cleave.
Yeah, cleave and great cleave exist. So you can make a 30-foot move, Al, or you can
I'm
charge.
40 speed.
Oh, you're 40, so you can charge and move 80 feet as a full round action.
I know. And
So you can
I
make
can't attack after I do that.
No, a charge is an attack.
Well, then I am gonna charge.
Okay.
So.
Bale has something to tell everyone, I guess.
So, I got up after messaging you back, Al, and I was walking out of the bedroom, and the universe decided to hate me by putting this awful, terrible thought in my head, and it was imagining you asking me if you had to pick between saving the rock and a bowl of hummus, what would you do? And I was
Go away,
so
go away,
upset.
go. I'm so aggravated.
No, that was really important information, bro.
Don't close the door, get the cat out. I don't want to look at you. I don't care what he knows. Go. Go.
But wait, what's the answer?
She picks the rock. She yelled that as she closed the door.
Oh. But why?
But she can never have hummus again.
I don't think that was the plan, but whatever. Alright, so go ahead and roll your attack. You have a +2 to hit, but a -2 to AC for 1 round.
Can I make it a power attack or no?
Yes, power attack is a free thing.
Then I'm gonna power attack.
So make your attack. Make sure you turn power attack on, and then we will
Alrighty.
see what happens. Oh god.
Does a 20 hit?
I don't know. Let me see what the CR 1/4 monster's AC is. So, Aridin would sprint up and with a flourish whip his blade around and just carve this fucking mite's head off, killing him instantly. Even, yeah, that was...
He's dead.
This one's gonna turn around and look at Aridin and say, I give you doom! Roll me a will save.
Da-da-da-da-dum. Where is Will? Hold on. I know it's in here.
Defenses.
Fences, yeah.
As a fail.
I love it.
So you are shaken for 1 minute.
Which is 1 round, essentially.
No, 1 round is 6 seconds.
Yeah, you're shaking for several rounds, my dude.
Somebody come slap the shit out of me.
Okay.
I know everybody wants to.
That's not how shaken works.
Can I do it anyway? Just
I mean, if
charge
you
and
want.
smack
Why
him
are you
back
clicking
then.
my buttons? You keep
Because I was
fucking with
putting
me.
on shaken for you.
I was putting on shaken.
Yeah, but I'm better.
Maybe he wanted to make sure it was shaking and not stirred. God.
You know what? I'm gonna undo it and do it again. And there.
Okay, Dwogal. How's the sound, by the way? Is it too loud?
No.
Okay.
If anything, I think it could actually be like a tad bit louder. That's better. Okay.
Danger Dan.
Danny boy,
The pipes.
the pipes are calling.
Apparently I was muted. But I was saying I was thinking.
Oh, I was like, is he here?
What is this guy?
You gotta go heal the puppers, Dan.
So Vale messaged me. She's like, "Can make more hummus, but cannot make more Dwayne." And I'm like, "But now who are you gonna put the hummus on?" She's like, genuinely upset in all capitals. Oh shit!
I'm so far away. I ain't making it to anything.
Oh yeah, you're a dwarf.
Oh yeah,
Just stuff it.
isn't your move speed like 20 or 25 or something?
20. I get to like here. That's it.
Wait, no.
That's
you,
my
should,
dog.
you should climb up. Climb up on.
You could double move.
Brutus.
Yeah, so you could just double move.
Yeah, but then I'll get hit.
I mean, there's already a Zachary in the way, so you're fine.
This is true.
There's an
And you're-
elfie boy in their face.
And you're a dwarf. Get the fuck in there.
And there's a wolf. Like they're probably gonna kill the wolf.
Do you know what the sad part is?
Yeah,
With
heal
a
the
double
puppers.
move, I'm still only here.
Very dangerous at short distances.
Okay, it is gonna be the wolf
But not
mother's
that
turn. She's gonna take a 5-foot step this way and lash out with a bite.
What is your deal? I
And
want
miss.
you in my face.
As this tiny creature would whip its fire around and nearly burn the wolf, so she would jump back and to an attempt to dodge it. That one's dead. This one is going to attempt to hit the wolf and succeed,
You bastard!
dealing a little bit of damage. It would burn the wolf Throthgar.
I mean, there's only one thing I can do.
Charge him like a fucking champ.
How far can I charge?
Sit in the corner and cry like a
Really
baby.
far.
Really
I
far.
was saying-
Okay.
Yeah,
Brutus has like a 60-foot move speed or something.
Yeah.
Charge like right here, and I'm gonna smack this one in the face.
Alright, roll your attack.
Hrothgar. Does a 20 hit?
You would swing your hammer, not your hammer, your club down as you charge by, and he doesn't exist.
Like, no, I hit him so hard, just like with an upward swing. His torso and head just go flying off, and his arms.
He's literally
No,
a
he turns
splat.
he literally
No.
turns into a paste. Like he disintegrates into a red mist.
Oh no!
I wanted it to be the
You love-
Skyrim bug against the ogres, where they just go flying in the air.
He's literally a splat.
Just takes off.
Would Brutus be able to make an attack after that, or no?
Yes.
All right, Brutus is going to bite at this one.
All right.
Really fucking gay.
Bite.
Direct you to the chat, Shira.
Brutus would lash out with a bite and just rip this fucking thing's head off.
Oh my god. And I know it can't. I know it can't understand me, but after that happens, Hrothgar looks around, gives the wolf a thumbs up.
The funny thing is, somebody in the party can actually talk to wolves. I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
don't know
Kieran
that.
can.
He hasn't told us that, so
Yeah, he just said I'm really socially awkward and I live with a wolf eye.
And
he still hasn't even introduced this
Yeah,
character.
I was gonna say I'm waiting. It's kind of just a stealth move now. I'm waiting to see how
You
many.
didn't
shots I can
remind
get
me.
before I get to tell you what I look like, even. So I'm not
You
just.
didn't remind me!
Session 4, and here we
I
are.
told you to remind me!
Twice.
I said to remind me before the session.
I know, that's why now I'm just gonna wait to see how long before anybody realizes they have no idea who I am or what I look like. I'm just here. A gray
So,
blob.
why don't you go ahead and describe what Fen looks like?
He is best pupper with the salt and pepper look, like an old man, except he's awesome. Like Jeremy Irons, except awesomer.
But what breed is he?
Wolf.
Best. He's a wolf. Who knows?
But what breed of wolf?
Oh,
Wolf.
from this breed.
Wolf.
So probably like these fuckers over here, except he's awesome. Because he's fucking a Tales of Vesperia character right now.
Okay, what does the salt and pepper doggo want to do?
How far can he move? 50.
Why are you taking all my socks, boy?
Salt and pepper dog is gonna come up and take a chomp.
Fen would run up to this mite and just rip its fucking throat out. Kieran.
Yes. Oh goody. Move up. Yeah. We're gonna turn this back on. And Shaka.
Okay. Well, you would miss. This last guy is actually this big.
I'm pretty sure that'd be a hit then. That's not helping.
No, he's got a lot of natural armor.
Yeah, but I'd still hit him.
His skin is like iron.
So Kieran's arrow would sail out and catch this little mite right in the forehead, and it would drop dead.
Yay, we saved the puppers.
Yay!
And then Kieran would immediately go around and like try to calm the mother.
You speak to her.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you say?
Tell her it's okay. Your babies are safe. We're gonna help take care of him. We killed the baddies. Your fur is so pretty.
She would snarl back and say, "How do I know you're not going to kill them as well?"
Because I have a pupper. And because I can literally talk to you.
She's, as you get closer, you notice that, she has burns all across her body in, like, several spots on her. Like, she has patches of fur missing where they probably held the torch against her for a little while.
That's no good at all.
And all she's got all her puppies behind her, and they're all kind of, shaking. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
You're gonna have a bonus, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a bonus because you can actually talk to her in her language.
Charisma is my negative.
No, I know.
Can I assist?
You don't need to. So Kieran kind of converses with the wolf mother a little bit. She kind of relaxes. Fen, I'd imagine, would walk up and kind of Fen and a couple of the puppies would start running around and playing.
Secret doggo handshake.
Yeah,
Can they
Fen doesn't
sniff
give
each other's butt?
Yeah, Fen doesn't fucking care. He's a wolf. He just would immediately walk straight past the mother and would just start playing with the other puppies. He doesn't fucking care. He's a wolf. Brutus
Very
would kind of eye the mother suspiciously, as this is one of the only other wolves that has been the same size as him.
By the way, I never thought to ask, like, how does conversing with animals appear to everybody else? Like, am I speaking common and the wolves
No.
can just understand me, or am I, like,
No,
barking?
you're speaking. You're basically barking.
Okay.
Except you don't look retarded. What are you doing?
My emotions are valid.
What is she doing?
Why are you climbing on my lap? You just climbed onto my lap and yelled, "My emotions are valid."
No, they're
Why
not.
do you need attention right now?
I don't need attention. I need a hug.
Tell
Why do
tell
you
her
need a hug?
tell her that the
Because the hummus, Joe. The rockin'
tell her
the
that the rock
Go
will give
away!
her
I'm
attention.
trying to run a game.
hummus.
Jink, shut up,
She's like fucking Casey.
please, babe. I'm trying to run a video game.
No.
No, you're trying to run a
I'm trying
tabletop
to feel
RPG.
better.
Okay, well then.
Ow, ow. No, I'll get up now.
No, you're fine. Come here.
No, the armrest is like in my ass and it hurts.
Well, maybe if you let me do anal more often, you wouldn't have the problem.
I was about to say that.
I just want you to know everybody who's watching Shira's stream heard that. Okay, so what? Did she take the towel?
Yeah, it's completely gone.
You bitch! Alright, so you would all see Karen kind of walk up. What does Karen look like?
Oh no, I'm gonna go there.
So what does Karen look like?
Hold on, I'm gonna make this really easy. Give me a sec.
Oh, God, you're just gonna blow this fucking picture up of him, aren't you?
No.
But the people, the watching people.
Does this work? Maybe. I don't think that works.
I mean, I can just click on the link.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Oh my god.
That's essentially what I wanted him to look like. Young guy, brown hair. That's the easiest thing I can think of that came to mind.
Are you also the edgiest thing?
No, because I'm adorable. Basically Felix, but with an actual emotional range.
I was say Felix, but with emotions?
Basically.
So, Kieran looks like Felix from Golden Sun. He's got kind of blonde? Brown hair. He has a ahigo because he's a fucking weeb.
It's the mark of the protagonist, Joe.
You're not wrong. He has a side cape? Question mark?
No.
Okay, so he doesn't have a side cape, but he
Kieran
looks.
would probably right now be decked out in like a tunic and some like I think I have him in hide armor.
Wolf hide.
No.
I'm a friend of wolves. Where's wolf hide?
It was his mother. God.
Gives you an intimidate bonus, but a diplomacy negative.
Didn't Pokemon
So-
teach you anything?
Like I said, the wolf mother would calm down. She's pretty hurt.
I would offer to help fix that for her. And then call the Dan over.
Does Dwogal come up to the wolf?
Slowly, but yes.
Hi guys, the big old wolfy boy.
At dwarf speed.
Yeah, for me to get to the fucking wolf, like,
That's only
pretty
18.
far.
That's only.
Take a second.
That's a little more than 12 seconds. Hold on, I got a phone call. God damn it.
That is 3 movements for me.
But damn, the pupper needs healing.
Oh, kitty.
Not kitty, it's my pat pat.
No, I said ow, kitty.
Oh, okay. I thought you said no kitty.
He was coming over for attention, and my hand was kind of just hanging off my desk, and he was trying to walk over it, and he missed my desk, and his claw got me.
Oof.
What do you want? Why are you here?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
I mean, any day I'm with you, I suffer.
Wow. Okay. I see how it is. I'm trying to be nice here, and you just do this to me. What is your problem?
What is your problem?
What's my problem? What's your problem?
I'm a racist elf. What the fuck do you think's my
What's the matter?
problem?
What's the matter, you?
Anyway.
Sorry, coworker being a baby. Okay, so Dwogal approaches the wolf. What do? Milk it?
Eat it.
Well, I'm in the middle of something now.
But Dwogal's a little just like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, why are the people I'm with weird and like animals?
Why is this guy barking at him?
Yeah, you guys are just. You guys ever seen that video where it's like on all levels except physical, I am a wolf. That's Kieran right now.
Yeah, just barking at them.
Just sitting there fucking barking at the fucking wolves, and everyone's just like, what in the fuck is this guy doing? Okay, so go ahead and roll 1d8 plus. What are you guys, level 2?
Yep.
1d8 plus 2. Also, like as Kieran was barking at the mother wolf, I'd look down at Brutus and go like, "Does this mean if I bark at you, you'd understand me?" And Brutus just kind of glare back at me.
You fucking idiot. Okay, and as you heal her, you would notice all her burns would kind of go away. Basically, just that's how magical healing works. It heals these sort of things, and she would kind of, sniff herself and like do that dog thing where she like almost like, chases her tail slightly and look around, and would just kind of bow her head and say, "Thank you. You have my thanks for saving me and my kin."
Why does she have to sound like a fucking villain?
She's a wolf. She doesn't sound like a fucking human. She's a wolf. This is all it barks. Shut up, Kieran.
Woof woof. Bow
Woof,
wow.
woof, woof,
Bark, 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 bark,
Bork
bark,
bork.
Bork, bork.
It's like that video of the wiener dog and the flying jet. It's terrible animation. It's like bop, 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 bop,
Bop,
Yep,
bop,
so,
bop, bop.
bop, bop, bop,
yeah,
bop.
that's it. You have saved the wolf pups. Is there anything else you guys want to do to them?
I cuddle the
Skin 'em?
puppies.
Skin them?
I'll kill all of you.
I'm going to perform a charge attack on the wolf and its puppy. I'm kidding.
I'd like to trample all 4 puppies.
I'm just gonna like nonchalantly walk over here and just trample them all this way.
I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to try and like, I don't know, do something else with the wolves.
I cuddle the puppies. And tell them they are all the good boys. And the
Do we
mother is
wanna-
also a good boy.
Offer them to come back to the camp, or I mean, you can write a letter and give it to her to carry to drop in front of the people.
She's like, "Hello, I am dog. I am good. No bite."
I am Doug. Please
I am
don't
Sir-
kill.
I am certified good boy by this guy.
I mean, you guys could try to send him back to camp.
I mean, can you like ask them about like if they know of any settlements or deserted settlements nearby?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I ask them first if their home is okay, or if it was just them personally that got attacked.
The den was unharmed, but I fear this location is no longer safe to raise a family.
Okay. Well, then I'd ask her if if they would maybe want to come back with us with some friendly humans, and if they've seen any like deserted and still standing human settlements anywhere in the forest?
She would kind of like lick her chops a little bit and just think for a second, like,
There are several humans who have lived in these woods. I do not know if their houses still stand, for I am but a wolf. We do not go to human house.
You make it sound so evil, man.
there's a wolf. They're like fucking neutral evil. They're actually just neutral.
Yeah, so why do they have to be neutral evil? They're wolves.
I was thinking of wargs.
Yeah, it's not a fucking warg.
How do you know it's not though?
Because he already said it's just a wolf.
Maybe he's just lying.
Then he bad.
And to your offer, she would kind of inquisitively like do that dog thing where they tilt their heads.
Go outside. Go outside.
And be like,
Live among humans?
I mean, at least for now, until they get their settlement back from the goblins and orcs or whatever that we're fighting.
Hobgoblins.
Yeah, those.
Hobgoblins, Cade.
The
Wow, you
hobbies.
fucking racist.
The hobbies.
Yeah, those. You're like, they'll help feed you and your pups, and you can help defend.
She would kind of, again, tilt her head the other way and be like, sit there and stare at you and go,
If they treat me with the respect that that your party has treated me, then perhaps we could work something out.
and she would kind of like nuzzle her pups. Says,
We will see you when you return to the camp. Do not wait for us.
and just walk away.
See, now I'm just imagining the pups would be like, yes! Because you're making
one of
the
the pups
sound so evil. I imagine the pups.
One of the pups was like, "Hey guys, you want to buy a bone?"
Yes, just completely normal voice, like, wow, Mr. Thanks.
Oh, hi, Mock. How's your sex life?
He like walks by, his fur looks like it's covered in grease, and he's just like, "Hey, I got a nice bone. You want to buy a bone? I got a bone. You don't want a bone? I got some treats. How about some treats? You want to buy some
Are
treats?"
you gonna give him like something so that way
You want to boop me on the snoot? $30 to boop me on snoot. Snoot boops for 30.
How do we know the townsfolk isn't gonna attack him? Are you gonna send some kind of word or?
I mean,
Well,
if they
Auburn
see us
is a
coming
ranger.
with them. They've already seen wolves in the camp with Fen and Brutus. Like, a couple more isn't going to be that alarming.
Also, like from what they said, I'd assume they'd stick by close to the camp, and then they'd like when we return, they'd come in with us.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that's at
Long
least what
story
I got.
short, you guys can use handle animal to raise these as to train these animals.
More
They cannot
puppers?
be other animal companions, so they will always be weaker than Brutus and Finn.
Oh.
But
Mm-hmm.
they can be trained as trained animals to do things.
Nice.
That's good.
Just Throthgar sitting late at night with one of the pups. Okay. For the last time. Paw. It's just gonna tilt its head at him.
And then I'm just sitting there actually talking to them so they can understand. It's like, why aren't mine being trained as well? Because I can actually speak to them.
Everyone's like, why is fucking Karen's wolf so much better than mine? It's like, I don't know, maybe because he's fucking talking to them, you idiot.
Whereas you're just sitting here going, "Erder."
You're just shouting at him while hitting your hands.
Also, how does no parse no arse equate to EXP and loot?
I didn't mean to post that in there, but whatever.
No, I wasn't reading that.
So, the mites, they seem to have been dragging some sort of treasure, like some sort of sack filled with shit in it. Not literal shit, just stuff.
I'm gonna look through it.
I was gonna
Okay,
say.
so
I'm gonna
within it,
dig through
you
it.
find 50 feet of spider silk rope,
Neat.
That'll be
a
useful.
bag of caltrops,
Neat.
a healer's kit,
Another?
clothing dyes, 3 bolts of cotton cloth, 8 sewing needles, a pair of scissors, 4 spools of thread, a shaving kit, for you, hairy boys. 2 potions, a medium-sized dagger, and 1 boot. And Aridin and Kieran, not Kieran, Aridin and Dwolgal rather, know that the potions, the dagger, and the single boot is magical.
The single boot. Is it Das Boot?
It is Das Boot. Roll me a spellcraft check if you'd like to identify these things.
Whoop.
Are you untrained in spellcraft, Zachary?
He gets fighter levels of skill points.
Brutus is gonna try to. Nope, he didn't do it.
Gee,
He's a
big
dog.
surprise.
You know what? I'm gonna. Hrothgar's going to try. Just look at it.
You don't know magic.
Don't care.
So, just really quick, that spider silk rope, that is virtually non-existent on the surface world. It's commonly used by dark elves. Sometimes there's like usually shorter scraps, maybe 10 feet-ish, among goblins. The rope is really fucking strong.
So it's like a pretty rare find, actually.
It is.
Yes. So they are 2 potions of Pass Without Trace. What are you looking for? Your mic?
I have a computer mic.
What are you trying to use it for? Just fist me.
Yeah, just put your his ass, make him talk like a puppet.
You just fucked that up. No. The other one.
What?
Do the other one.
No, I thought
Do the other
I
one.
thought
Do
thing
the
was
other
going
one.
too fast.
Do the other one.
I missed it
Now
on my
leave.
camera.
So the dagger is a
Dog,
plus
dog.
1 dagger. I don't think any among you use daggers, so.
I have my hidden blade.
I can use daggers, but
No, I totally use daggers. What are you talking about?
Shut
it
the
would
fuck
not
up, Throthgar.
behoove me.
So
I
it's a
totally
plus 1 dagger,
Daggers.
and then you can't do anything with it because it's only 1 boot. But there's a boot of striding and springing.
I think we need to give that to the dwarf. He can hop on 1 foot.
No, the magic is literally ineffective if you don't have both. And what that does is Dan actually should get this. It'll increase your base land speed by 10 feet,
Yay, I'll be normal.
and it gives you a plus 5 competence bonus on all acrobatics checks.
Neat.
Sure, I want these.
There's only 1 damn.
I mean, yeah, right now it's useless because there's only 1 boot.
Das Boot.
But the other thing you find is inside, written in like poor common, talks about some sort of treasure house, and makes a comment about how they want to get the other boot because mites go fast. Vroom vroom. They don't say that vroom vroom, but
Oh my god.
Just imagining that fucking Hermes build we looked up once. Go like 300 feet per round.
okay. So yeah, that's that. God damn, she fucked my fan all up. I'm so angry at her.
I say we keep exploring.
Just add her and tell her she's garbage.
Don't at me.
Don't at me if you don't know me.
They hate us because they ain't us. Okay. So you guys want to try and find this
Oh
house,
god.
I think you said?
The treasure house.
The treasure house? Everybody roll me a good old fashioned, one of those, give me a good old fashioned, I need a survival check if you're gonna try and track these mites back to this house.
No goody.
Wait, can we track them by scent? Or no?
Well here, I'm gonna
You
let you do
said
this.
survival?
You go to track their scent, Brutus walks forward and then spins in a circle and comes back to the corpse because that is where their scent is coming from.
Well, fine.
Yes, I said survival.
All right.
I'm
He
gonna.
turns around 3 times and sits down because he doesn't know what to do.
Aridin ends up back at camp.
Finally, something.
Don't do that again.
The USB part
I
only
know.
works to light up.
Sorry. Let's see. So Throthgar, ironically enough, is able to track it. I don't fucking know how, but he does.
He got lucky.
So Throthgar follows a trail
that's
on the
better.
ground, question mark, and manages to come to a little log cabin.
Ilya,
Yes.
Dark Dashing says, "Tell Ilya I'm still 100% upset at Spaghetti that I wasn't invited." Also,
I don't even know who that is.
Also, tell the Wills that I said the his.
Who's Dark Dashing?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought that was somebody you knew.
No, it's someone in the chat.
Oh, it was just somebody in the chat. Okay. So you find a trail that kind of leads forward, and you see ahead a cabin, and you also hear like a eerie mewling echoing through the trees.
Give me an impression. I want to hear what it sounds like.
Yes!
Thank you.
Anybody who wants to try and figure out what that is can give me a knowledge nature. The other thing you notice is a lot of the trees have like scratches within them. Like deep claw marks carved into the tree.
The problem has been fixed, and we have now determined the name of the unknown.
Also, that was Linzo.
Yeah, he just said that in chat.
Also, we're doing knowledge nature.
Yes.
We're naturing?
Brutus doesn't know anything.
And he's a wolf.
Yes. I know a tiny bit, but not enough, probably.
Brutus is out here. I'm from the streets.
At least Dan has nature trained as well.
Well,
I am
everybody else
one
fails,
with the
but
rocks.
Dwogol fucking knows exactly what this is. The scratches on the walls and the sounds are... You would assume that they belong to some sort of lynx or a bobcat, but marking trees or howling like that isn't really normal behavior for either of those types of creatures.
What exactly is an ocelot? I don't know, it's like a bobcat or something.
Shut up.
Something Archer reference.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
So, what are people doing?
I don't know, Dogo's just kind of sitting there now. He knows something, but he won't tell us.
It's a cat. Is Dan muted again?
I think Dan muted. Or he's not paying attention.
Dan.
Did Dan die?
I think that Dan died.
Did Dwogol die?
Damn, Daniel.
You can't kill me. I'm a bad bitch.
Damn, Dwogol.
Sorry,
Shut up, Al.
Was you guys talking to me? Sorry.
Yes!
Yeah.
Sorry, I got away for saying.
It's okay.
What was that? Sorry.
So,
I'm
you're the
guessing
only
I
one?
passed this knowledge nature check.
Yeah, did you not hear what I said?
No, sorry.
You believe it belongs to. That's like. It sounds like it's some sort of lynx or maybe a bobcat, but marking trees or howling like that isn't something that either of those species typically do.
Yeah.
Let me move you. This is the old home.
So I'm just not sure. What it
You
was.
know for sure it's one of those. It's either a lynx or a bobcat, but you're not sure why it's marking the wall, like the trees like that, or making that noise.
Mm.
How big is this place? Like, can we tell?
It looks to be not really like a massive place. It's probably a little bigger than Cade's home, but not like not really much bigger.
Like, can 2 more people sleep inside temporarily?
Maybe, but this place is pretty like it's pretty fucked up as is.
Yeah, it's all run down.
It's run down. The nearby there's a like high there's like a field overgrown with some grass, and you kind of see off to the side what looks to be like a smokehouse. You'd assume.
Message.
Shut up, Mom! I don't want to see you. I'm busy, Mom. I'm playing video games and role playing.
So, can I like roll a perception or something to see if I know what's
Yes.
inside, or if I hear
You won't know
anything
what's
else?
inside, but you can roll a perception check.
Why don't we do that? That's what I'm gonna do. I am going to attempt to perceive if there is other stuff
Dead or
going on.
anything?
Perceptify. Got him.
I'm going to perceive nothing.
So
Brutus perceives
outside of that, like the whining
nothing. Okay.
or meowing of that cat of some sort, the only thing you hear is you hear what sounds like cursing and like things being broken.
The 11 though here.
I'm gonna just keep going, walking up.
Onward.
So you're just going up the door.
Yeah.
Tall man, go figure it out.
Okay. So you go up to the door. Are you just gonna throw open the door?
Yeah.
All right. There's a woman changing.
Lewds, it's all fucking lewds.
No, you open up. Inside is a like a small cabin. The furniture has been turned over, smashed, and torn apart several times. The ceiling is partially collapsed. Dust and cobwebs pretty much cover everything other than like the stuff that's been smashed. On the center of the floor lies a single boot, and the fireplace has a long sword and a long bow mounted above it. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Perceive.
First. Brutus. Then.
Your ass ain't even out the door, Zachary.
Roscoe. Roscoe don't see anything.
Yeah, Aridin's like back at the entrance to this building. He's like into the clearing. He's like trying to peek through
I
trees
can
and shit.
totally see what's in there!
Wait. Is it all completely dark?
What?
Inside the over here area.
Yeah, that's dark. I haven't revealed it. It's just
No.
trees. I don't know why I haven't revealed it.
Because you're weird.
Trying to be ambiguous.
Oh, scary tree.
It's a big scary tree.
No, I
It
didn't
will
just do
definitely
this.
attack.
What are you attacking?
No, I said the trees will definitely attack.
Oh, I thought you said
They're
I
not
will
ants.
definitely attack, and I was like, oh, what?
They are not ants.
So, Kieran is with your perception check. You notice there seems to be like a hidden compartment under one of the floorboards, and you also hear what sounds like again the swearing and things being destroyed from the other room, like over here.
Tough guys will be looking at the weapons. Bruce is gonna peek into that room.
No, it's this room.
Which one?
It's both rooms.
Both rooms. What?
So, I'm just gonna do that. I'll reveal it. So Brutus would kind of shove his face in the door and like look through, and inside he would see. What look? What? What do you want?
Do we have a headset adapter for the Xbox One?
Stealth.
Somewhere. No,
Did-
baby,
stealth.
I don't.
There we go.
Stealthy dog. Giant dog.
You don't have to
Nobody can see.
I will in a second. So Brutus would shove his face through and kind of look in, and at first it looks like a man. But at further inspection, the flesh on this guy is rotting and putrid. It's in some places you can see what appears to be bone, and he would turn around and look at you, his eyes glowing with a red light, and would just go, "You must die." Roll for initiative.
Legendaries.
He beat my Bruce's 12 stealth.
Let's see, life sins. Yeah, I think he did.
Okay. Because it's gonna be like stealth. He's doing this stealthily. He's just like kind of peeking in.
I feel like Brutus is just Drax right now. If
Am I still
slowly, nobody can see me.
Mr. Feared?
No, you're no longer shaken.
Shaken.
Yeah,
Shooken.
you're scared.
I'm sure.
Shuriken.
Hold on, let me go see
I'm
what fucking
shooketh.
Bale wants.
Come here.
Or...
Does it fit in your ass?
Oh,
Well, then it's not it, babe.
I just want to go.
You
look
want
at
to
the
bet?
barrel.
Let me show you how deep my fingers can get.
Let me grease these fuckers up.
Go all the way to the third knuckle.
Ah!
I need a 30mm jack or something.
It's unfair.
How the hell?
So upset! This isn't fair!
That's usually a mic. It'll probably be terrible. I don't know. They're probably yelling at something that happened in that game. Here, just try using this one.
Why though? You need to fix.
It's because he's got a -1 to his dex.
I know. You need to fix that.
I don't know if that'll work,
It's
but
not my fault.
I don't
It
even know
is
if
your
this will
fault.
pick up voice or anything.
It's my race. They have a -2
I-
to dex, and then it gives me a -1 modifier.
I'll give you a -2 to Dex.
I got another.
But I
zero
want
on
a
the
plus
initiative.
2.
Jesus fuck.
Can I just take Bruce's? At least a little
No.
better. I know I can't.
I guess go ahead and roll mine.
Technically, Brutus goes on your turn, so that's even funnier.
I know. I didn't. I accidentally pulled up Bruce's first again.
Let me change the music to something more intense. Oh.
That certainly is more intense.
Wow, noises!
Oh, Jesus.
Wow,
Okay, that was.
I'm not even kidding. I started looking around as if I was about to fucking see Margaret screaming.
Oh, Jesus, that was an egg.
Like, not even fucking.
He's
Just
spinning
Vargy the
around.
character. I just wanted to see like, the door burst open and him screaming like that.
We saw the boot though. We saw the boot. Do I recognize the boot? Kind of as a off. I didn't ask the question.
It looks like the same boot. Like a match. You would assume it's a matched boot. One might
So
say.
I'll, as we're coming in, I'm gonna recognize the boot or actually see the other boot and say, throw it at the dwarf. Put these on.
Can we do a reflex throw, see if he catches it and doesn't smack him in the face?
No.
Non-lethal damage.
He has the boot.
Can somebody who has the magic touch come see what this bow is?
In the middle of combat, yes, please.
It might be better.
I mean, we've. You can just take it and hope you don't get cursed or something.
Yeah, because using magic items is never that you don't know what they do is never a bad idea.
Every time you fire this bow, you just kind of like it fires another arrow directly into your chest.
This should be music that's familiar to fucking Cade and Dan.
Yep, very. We've had it several times.
Yeah, this was played through the entirety of Book 2.
It was a lovely haunted house with this music.
Hell yeah, that was a fun haunted house.
I mean, I don't know. Jiro thought it was just a house.
Yeah, fuck Jiro.
They're like Mary fucking Poppins, not triggering.
Fucking
I'm
avoids
sorry for
every
sticking
single
true to my
room.
character. I stick to true to all of my characters.
You didn't
Alright,
inspect
so,
anything, didn't trigger anything.
So we're gonna start this out with the enemy, because he rolled the highest initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I call favoritism.
a little bit. So he is going to Brutus. So Brutus is just in the door by himself.
Yeah, he's just kind of like sitting there with
This is.
He
his
booped
head
it with
poking
his.
through.
I feel like all of you are gonna yell at me.
Oh god.
So he flitters forward towards Brutus and makes an attack.
Okay.
He's fluttering, Shira.
He goes to slam Brutus. Does a 16 hit Brutus?
Let me check. Defenses. Yes, it does.
I don't like where this is going. For the simple fact that I watched a D&D session
Nom, 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 nom,
Pathfinder
nom,
session
nom.
recently that you're also one.
Nom 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 nom
So-
nom 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 nom.
He's gonna take 5 damage, and then something else is gonna happen.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, so it's not what I thought it was going to be.
He's gonna zombo fuck the dog.
He's gonna
Hold on.
possess it. Charm it.
So he is going to take. Hold on, let me see what it says.
Stuck his hand up Brutus's ass to make
Let
him
me double
zombo
check
fuck.
something. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so he takes 1 negative level.
What?
Oh, God.
Triggered.
That's why he was talking about yelling.
I love that our music changed there too.
Brutus is now level 1.
So,
How's this
or
work?
so basically, it's an energy drain. So what energy drain does is losing a negative level causes for every negative level you have a -2 penalty to quite literally everything you do. Attack rolls, damage rolls, or it's a -1, I'm sorry. It's a -1 penalty to ability checks, attack rolls, combat maneuver checks, combat maneuver defense, saving throws and skill checks, and it reduces your current and total hit points by 5 for each negative level you possess.
So he basically just took 10 damage.
Yes?
And he gets a -2 on everything.
-1. But
-1.
yeah. I'm saying like
-1.
for his health, he basically just took he just took 10 damage. Basically.
And I have to say this, and I refuse to be lynched for this, because I am playing this campaign by the rules. If your negative levels equal your current amount of hit die, you die instantly.
Permadeath.
Now, Brutus, as an animal companion, Shira, I hear you about to leave this campaign. Now, Brutus, as an animal companion, has 3 hit die currently.
Mm-hmm.
So he can take 3 hits. Well, 2 hits, and then the last hit will kill him.
So you better get up there and save your pupper.
So, yeah, that's what's happening. I'm glad we learned something today.
I know how you get rid of this. We did it in the other campaign. You kill it real fast.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
then, the other thing that's going to happen
And hope Joe
is
doesn't just fucking one-shot you.
from behind Dwogal comes
Oh no.
a lynx.
It's a kitty!
Is it looking friendly?
It is going to lash out with its claw because it is very angry.
No,
It
God
looks-
damn it.
It looks feral.
Why does the icon look like a penis in the turn order?
Because everything looks like a penis to you, Al. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna take 3 points of damage, and it's gonna get a grab. So, does a 14 beat your combat maneuver defense?
CMD. I don't know why you said the entire thing.
14,
Look,
yes.
you're next, Elfie boy. Okay, so 14 beats it?
Yes.
Okay, you are grappled. So go ahead and apply the grappled condition.
And he probably said it all because every single time he asks for it, they say B or D.
Yes. Every time in both campaigns I ask for that,
Even though
somebody
it's
says
very
B or
clear
D.
one is for one thing and the other is for something else entirely.
I have to ask. Asking for a friend. Okay, Fen. Charge into the creature by
No.
himself, heedlessly. Heedlessly!
He's gonna... are we all just aware of the links?
You see it come out and like starts fucking hissing, and
Okay.
I'd imagine Dwogal screams out in pain as
I
this
feel
mess-
like it's fucking pinned me to the fucking ground, because how does a lynx grapple?
Actually, it's really tiny. It kind of jumps. You know the things that cats do where they latch onto you and they do that thing with their feet? That's what the lynx is doing to you.
Get him, ball.
Because this is actually it's a small creature. I thought it was a medium.
Fen is gonna come over and try to defend the dwarfy.
Okay, make an attack. A 15 would strike your target, dealing 7 points of damage. Go ahead and try to trip this bad boy, see if you can rip him off Fen. Or, off Dwogal. I'm gonna... That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I figured. That's okay. I still hit the
Kieran.
kitty.
The kitty would cry out in pain as Fen would bite into it, ripping a chunk off of its flesh.
I have like actual decent line of sight of this thing over here, by the way.
I mean, it's straight in front of you.
Okay. Well, I mean, because since he's in a doorway and there's a giant dog there, I didn't know.
I'm saying you can see him.
Okay. Just checking.
By the way, Ilya, how would that whole like de-leveling thing work for Hrothgar if he got hit, or like does that account?
Same thing, except for you, if you get 2 negative levels, you die.
Okay.
I'm running it by the book, I love you.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna shoot the Zombo dude. Fight me.
So, rapid shot. So, a 22 and a 23 would strike your target, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it would.
I should have kept deadly aim on.
Okay. Let me see if it's got any, resistances. Okay. Your arrows would sail out and slam into it, and it would cry out, quite angry. Aridin,
I'm
charging by
looking
yourself.
here. No, I think I'm going to first take care of the lynx. And obviously, because I've heard both, I'm going to go ahead and rage And then I am also going to power attack this bad boy. And I'm gonna give the good old 1-2 combo and miss.
A 10. Let me just double check. It loses. Okay.
But I get
And
a flank bonus from this technically.
well, actually, you would because it is on Dwogol.
Oh yeah, so it depends on the other side. It has mounted him.
Sorry, sneezed. So, due to it being grappled and you getting a flank bonus, you would actually hit it.
Yay! Did it die?
A 15? Oh, I don't know. Let's see how much health this bad boy has left. Oh, 5 health? What's its con? It's still technically alive.
Damn.
Barely though.
But it's Dwogol is no longer grappled. It is bleeding out on the ground. Damn it! I was gonna go to fucking Rake Town as well.
Wait, it only had 5 health to begin with.
Well, it got hit once by Fen for 7 damage.
Oh,
See,
I thought
the
meant
way
like
you
it had
said
5
that for a
hit
second,
points.
it sounded like I was on the floor bleeding to death.
No, it was on top. It was like latched onto you, and Aridin with his basically his great sword swung out and somehow didn't manage to kill you. I don't know how that worked, but it did.
Elven magic.
I'm a dwarf. It's just shit I'm
Dwogol.
used to at this point.
And
It's now
he's
Dwogol's turn.
well, Aridin's gonna say, and that's one.
Everybody
for
gets one. Oh.
1 for 1. I brought you back.
That was better.
Twice.
More than once.
I know, twice. I saw you.
He'll go, that's 1 for 1, and the Dwogol's like, I brought you back twice. And he goes, well, it's actually like 4 times, but I know. I was just trying to square away one dead at a time.
Aw.
Remember that.
So what I was planning isn't going to happen now. So, you know what? How far away is this?
Don't know.
Do
I can have a red dragon white? That sounds fucking fun. What does that do? Oh, CR15? Okay, I see. Bite, plus 27, 2d8 plus 16 plus energy drain. Okay, Oh my god, this is terrifying.
I know what I'm doing. Alright. I'm a move
What you gonna do?
to here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to point my finger at the creature thing over there and use.
Ray of Sickening.
Sick Ray, bro.
You can shut off grappling, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Let me double check something. Okay, so that will go ahead and make your range touch. I just wanted to double check something.
Range touch. How do I do that again?
Just range.
Just make a ranged attack, and it'll just go against his touch AC. Make sure you shut off grapple.
I have.
Okay. An 8 would not hit.
Yeah. Didn't think it would.
Okay. So, Throthgar. Have Brutus run in by himself again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Recall the Brutus. I would recall the Brutus.
How could I like tackle this thing and smash it with my club?
That would be a overrun, I believe. So you would make a CMD check. So you could charge and then make a CMD check. If you beat a CMD, you could like knock him over and hit him.
Well, first I yell to Brutus to get out of the way. He's gonna do like a little 5-foot step thing to get out of the way.
You sure you don't want to just walk away?
Yes, I'm sure I don't want to just walk away. Can I get attack?
Why? Nah.
He can move after the 5-foot step, right?
No. It's either 5-foot step and then...
If you want him to move, like, away, just have him do a full withdrawal.
Right.
And he can basically move his speed without provoking an attack of opportunity. But that's his whole turn.
Alright, that's what I want him to do. So...
Okay, so he can move 40 feet or whatever?
40 feet, alright, hold on, let me just... About there, okay.
Basically the entirety of the room.
Yeah, I was trying to see where... Alright, yeah.
And fucking get outie!
Doctor essentially... and I keep forgetting. Is my challenge a free action or?
I'm fairly certain it is.
All right, I'm gonna challenge this thing. By the way.
Okay, so your cavalier, or let's see, challenge. It's a swift action, so yeah.
Yeah.
And then
challenge this thing.
What order are you? You're the Order of the Claymore, right?
Yes.
I think that edits it a little bit.
Okay.
No, you took an archetype that changes it.
Yeah.
Is it Honor Guard? Is that what you were?
All I know is the skill is Sworn Defense. Is choose one enemy, an ally, plus
yeah, you select one ally as his ward whenever adjacent. Okay, so that doesn't give you a... That doesn't give you a bonus to your damage with your Cavalier. It just... Now you can give someone near you AC boost. Okay, just so you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give the AC buff to Brutus.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Does that only take effect when I'm near them, or...?
Yes, that will only reduce your AC and increase their AC when you're near them.
Okay.
So, like, if you're 1v1ing someone, you don't have to worry about it, but if your friend comes up, then it'll come into play.
Okay. Alright, yeah. I'm going to just charge in to this guy. Try to... What am I rolling?
CMB.
Roll a CMB check to see if you run him over.
23.
So that will hit. Do you have improved overrun as a feat?
I
think Brutus does.
Yeah, I think Brutus does, but not me.
Okay, so
would that be under skills or?
It would be a feat. Like it would be a feat you had to take. Because all combat maneuvers provoke, unless you have the improved version of the feat. If not, you just provoke.
Yeah.
So.
Doctor's just angry, so he doesn't care.
That's fine. I'm just gonna take my attack of opportunity. We're just gonna go on our day.
Okay, go ahead.
Does an 8 hit you?
Not even close.
Okay, so you knock him over, so he's on the ground crying.
And I'm also going to attack him now with my great club.
Swing it! As he is on the ground, you get a +4 bonus to this hit.
Okay.
A 12... A 16, or sorry, an 18 would strike your target, dealing hefty damage as you crush in his little zombie chest. Okay. Now, let me just check something about prone. A -4 penalty on attack rolls. Alright, he's gonna try and attack you while lying on the ground. Actually... you're gonna try and stand up, provoking an attack of opportunity. So go ahead and take your attack of opportunity.
Okay. D2.
A 22 would hit your target as you swing your great club down and crush this guy into the ground, killing him.
You just whack-a-mole him. You beat him down, try to stand up, beat him back down again.
I just imagine that whole situation. Just Brutus, move. We're just like just darts back.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure, Dad. Whatever you want.
Just charges in, shoulder bash him to the ground. Boom! Tries to get back up. Boom! Just two
Okay,
overhead
so
swings
you-
straight into his chest.
Give him that double tap. Just bop.
And
Not that bad.
after that, he sees the thing's dead. He's like panting a bit. looks back at Duogal. You all right over there?
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm
And then
sad.
I go back to Brutus. To make sure he's okay. He's my little puppy.
I'm sad that I didn't get to rake. Let me just give you an idea of what would have happened if I got my attack off next round.
That wasn't gonna happen.
So, I would have gotten 2 claws and a bite.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then since I'm grappling you, both my claws hit. I get a rake. So, long story short, you might have been donezo.
What? Throthgar would have been dead?
No, fucking
Duogal.
Dwogal would have been. He would have been a little oofed.
Jesus.
It was an angry kitty.
So basically, what that means. Okay, so I was actually wrong. Rake is different in Pathfinder. So basically, what would happen is he would make 2 claw attacks automatically against you, and would just deal damage. And then, since you're grappled, he would get to make 2 more claws against you.
4 attacks, level 2, no big.
Well, they don't do a lot of damage. It's only 1d3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but still.
But yeah, that would have been fun. And then obviously the other thing was a white with a level drain on a hit, which is fun for me, not you.
No, it's not.
It's fun for me.
How do we get rid of that level drain shit again?
So, Shira,
Yeah, what do I gotta do?
well, couple things.
You gotta kiss it on the mouth.
So, the way negative levels work is you have to make 24 hours after you receive the negative level, you have to make a saving throw.
Okay.
If you fail that saving throw, it becomes a permanent saving throw, or a permanent negative level that you have to get removed with a spell.
Hey, you know what, Shira? You've only got 1 of them. I've got 8 of them. That's still a thing, Joe.
I mean, you should have learned.
Should have not hit it in 1 attack.
Maybe you guys.
First attack.
Maybe in the future you guys will learn the lesson of A, never adventure without a cleric, and B, do more knowledge checks, and C, run away.
I did do a knowledge check.
Yeah, but like, you know.
I didn't know what the fuck it could do. I didn't know it could just kill me just because.
And just for reference for everyone else, I repeat, I saw this happen to him and immediately went invisible.
Nope.
I just literally went, nope, put up 2 fingers and went invisible.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I love
You'll be
you.
fine. It's fine. We have fun here. According to Joe.
We're having fun.
Ilya, I hate you so much right now.
We're having fun.
See, that's the thing. If Ilya kills any of my characters, I don't care. It just gives me new ways to find to fucking piss him off. Characters.
90% of what you guys do is try and piss me off, so, you know.
I don't!
That's true.
What are you talking about? I don't do anything to you!
Shut up, Shara!
That definitely goes towards me.
Then why did you have you open the door, man? This is stupid.
You're the one who. I would have stood to this door where I
Now we've
heard.
got another fucking...
So
Okay,
Do
so.
we-
Feel my pain,
You
Shira.
guys find a hidden compartment underneath the floorboards. Does anybody have disable device as a skill?
I think I
Disabled
do.
device.
I
I think I do, but I think there's a prerequisite.
Did you say
Don't
you did,
watch that,
Cade?
but I do.
I was gonna say you can take 20 on. You can roll or you can take 20.
Oh, okay. Can I
Yeah.
still?
Yeah, you
Just
can
take
take
20.
20.
Okay.
Can I check
So-
for magical presences on like the bow and sword that were in the fireplace and above it
Yeah, so the longsword.
before we go down?
The longsword is not magical. It's just a masterwork longsword. But the longbow is a +1 longbow.
Eat.
And then in the compartment, you find 112 gold, 2 potions that are obviously magical, a quiver with 20 arrows, and 5 magical arrows.
Can we use my same roll, or do you want a separate roll?
I'll just roll it over. These are +1 flame arrows and 2 potions of cure light wounds. And just as a little background, because I love making you guys feel bad, that lynx you killed was this man's animal companion.
Don't feel
He
bad.
So you're
was-
telling me I've killed yet another animal companion?
He was this cat.
And it was a kitty.
This cat had to see its master be depressed and angry all the time, then die, then transform into an undead creature. So it was basically insane. You could have saved it.
I don't care.
You could have saved the cat.
Yes, let me save the thing that is clawing at my fucking leg.
It's
What
clawing
am
at
I
you because
going to
it
think
thinks
about that? He's just
it's
going to
clawing
try
at your leg
a
because it
question.
thinks you're trying to hurt its master more.
I didn't even touch it yet.
But it's insane. It's mentally shattered. It doesn't like it's an
Then
animal
why should we care?
because you killed a kitty, and
So
that's why you should care.
it
It's
was
not the first one
attacking.
I've
But
killed.
to be
and it
fair,
probably won't be
Shut up,
the
Party-
last.
I'll give you more negative levels.
The party needs provisions.
3 more
So
whites. 3 more whites come out of the ground. A dread dragon white. So just as a side note, I was looking at the adult red dragon white. Every one of its attacks apply 1 negative level, and as a full round action, it has a bite, 2 claws, a slam, 2 wings, and a tail slap. So if every one of those hits, that's 7 negative levels.
That's dumb. Negative levels are stupid.
At least that one's an if it hits.
Yeah,
I want to see
Cade's
what's
was,
over here.
Mine was just fuck you, you're dead.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about Cade's is it was like no save, no attack roll. I just hit him. He just gets this.
what did this to him?
What was it?
Spectre?
I think it was a Spectre, yeah. Path. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Where were you guys? Like in the campaign?
They're in the Fort Rannick. They're inside. They're in Fort Rannick. They're inside the.
We were doing so good too with our electric lizard army of death.
The good news is, Cade, I'm reading over this and I might have done something wrong. So
Good.
you might not have so many negative levels.
Good.
I think the page took me to the wrong thing. Yeah, it did. Okay, that's why. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
He only took 1 or 2.
Yeah, because
No, so
to put it in perspective, guys, I went from having 61 HP to 21 HP.
in one attack. So basically,
Yeah,
Cade,
no
when
save.
I click on the page to take me to what this attack does on the wiki, it redirects me to a spell that does 2d4 negative levels.
Instead of its like actual attack.
Rather than the monster version of Energy Drain.
I see.
So when I read it, I didn't read that right. So that's my fault, but we'll deal with that this weekend.
That's cool.
I think negative levels are fine as a mechanic. It's to keep players in check.
Just now when you one-shot me for no reason.
The 2d4 was a little ridiculous. I'm not even gonna defend that. Like,
Yeah, because that was literally you're dead because I said so.
yeah,
No
that's
save, no
that's what
nothing.
I kept bringing it up. I was like, I just don't see how players should be fighting this right now.
Yeah.
Because like you guys were the only that like unless you guys somehow did like 70 more side quests, you wouldn't have been a higher level. So fuck. Now I wish I wouldn't have let you guys kill that thing so easily.
Why is he gonna fuck other people up?
Yes.
To be fair,
Pretty
Casey
much.
did hit her thing, and I was about to do mine. After seeing it, I was just gonna go fucking ham on that shit.
So, you guys search this house. There's not a whole lot inside besides the things you have found.
Is there? I see on the map. It looks like food here. Is there actually any food in here?
No, but if you go around back to the smokehouse, inside the smokehouse, there's still some meat, like some heavily smoked and salted meat and fish hanging inside. It has
Yummy.
15 provision points worth of protein.
Gimme.
Yay.
Ooh, we take all the provisions.
By the way, Joe, can I basically just add a +1 to my current bow and just call it good?
Do you have a longbow?
Composite longbow.
They
Oh, no,
are
it's just
technically different.
Oh,
So composite longbows let you add your strength modifier to your damage.
that's right. That's what I want to know.
So
Well,
I
shit.
would say just write I would say keep them because composite. Well, actually, they'll do the exact same damage. Because what's your strength mod?
I think a 3?
No.
No, 2.
And what kind of composite longbow do you have?
Just a
Does
regular
it
composite longbow.
say? I don't even think we have the damage put in there properly. Oh, it doesn't even say what kind of Oh, you couldn't afford another longbow. The ones that give you the damage bonus.
Yeah, with adaptive, because it costs too much.
No, the composite longbows you can buy +2, +4, +6 versions of composite longbows
Oh,
that just do that, but you didn't have enough money because the cheapest one is like 1,800 gold.
yeah, and no way
Yeah,
I
so
could
just
afford
make this just change it from composite longbow to just longbow, and make it a +1.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that. Also, I found this out. I didn't realize this. I must have glossed over this about magic weapons. All +1 weapons are masterwork.
Oh, really?
A weapon has to be masterwork to be +1.
Huh.
So
Well, then.
make sure you do that on your +1 weapons from now on. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, this house is pretty damaged. The ceiling is collapsed in various spots. All the furniture is smashed. Oddly enough, there was only a single thing that hasn't been destroyed, and there's a single stool that sits upright.
I'm taking that stool.
Okay.
Out of spite. Just like, this is mine now.
On the good news, Dan now has, or Dwogol, rather, now has a 30-foot movement, which is nice.
Yay!
He also has a +5 competence bonus on acrobatics checks, so, small miracles.
+5, you said, yeah?
Yes.
I think this bow actually wasn't factoring in my strength in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't have enough money to make it the stronger one.
You know what's the real miracle here? This random
What?
guy's boots fit a dwarf.
I mean, dwarfs aren't... They're just shorter. Like, they're the same size as normal people.
I know, but does everybody have the same shoe size?
I mean, the other thing is magical weapons, or magical armor specifically, resizes to whoever uses it.
Let me have my joke.
No.
Trying to say I have small feet.
I'm saying you have huge feet, and this guy had tiny feet.
You have a small dick. Wait.
Other way around, but yes.
I was gonna say, what? That's not how that goes. Big hands and big feet mean something different.
You know what they say about big feet? They say,
All eyes on us!
dang.
Oh, I need
that guy
to
got
change
big
my
feet.
rapid shot macro too.
You know what they say
Yes.
about big feet? Damn, that's a clown.
What was your experience from that?
I posted it in the...
200 for the wolves, 350
I
for the Woods movie
I
reference.
posted it in the EXP
I see
channel.
that.
God, stop.
I see that.
What's your XP sitting at?
2850.
I don't know.
Yep, 2850. Don't we
You know
level
what?
up?
I think
No,
it's
what was
30.
it?
It's like 3,300 or something.
It should be 3,300. I'll double check that.
It's like 31 or 33, I think.
33, yeah.
Okay. 2850.
So,
For next level, we need 3300.
So, yeah. This was there was actually a description I should have read when you guys came up. A wooden cabin, small and square, sits in a clearing dotted with tree stumps. Someone has deforested this area to make room for the structure, leaving only tall grass to carpet the clearing. A jumble of poles near the cabin serves as a rack for drying animal hides or flesh. No smoke issues from the chimney. I meant to read that earlier, but it's fine.
and what did the fire arrows do?
They are +1 arrows, so they have +1 to hit, +1 to damage, and when you hit them, they basically do 1d6 points of fire damage.
Nice.
There are 5 of them.
Okay.
Make sure you track those if you use them.
Yeah. So I can track of them and just make like an attack macro.
What was the +5 in again? Sorry.
The acrobatics.
That's it.
It's an enhancement bonus.
So, are we gonna keep exploring, or are we gonna go back to camp?
Continue exploring.
Okay. Can we heal my puppy first?
You can cast some healing spells, but his negative level shall remain until the following morning. And then you can make a save, DC 14, to try and cure the negative level, otherwise it becomes permanent, and you have to get a spellcaster to heal it.
The instant we get back to camp, I'm just gonna be like, take one of the people that I was helping train, pull him to the side, like, look, you're going to become a cleric. But I thought you were training me how to use a sword. You're going to become a
You're a fucking cleric, Harry! You'll like it!
Here's a twig, learn how to use magic out of it.
Yeah.
Here's a twig!
I don't think that's how that works. It'll work. Just do it.
Can Volgal do anything about it yet? Probably not, but...
This is like a... let's not talk about what level the spell is, because I don't want Kira to actually murder me.
No, tell me. I'll look it up if you don't.
Alright, let me just double check Pathfinder negative levels. Just, let me just, double check this.
Angry intensifies.
You're a cleric, Harry.
What were the boots called?
Boots of springing and sprinting, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
Boots of please pass this check later, puppy.
Please pass the blunt to the nigga on your left.
What am I like rolling?
Boots of striding and springing. It's a fortitude save.
Fortitude? Alright, let's see.
So,
Okay.
let's see. Level drain can be removed through spells like restoration.
Can it be removed by cure light wounds?
No.
I know it's not very
So
simple.
restoration is a 4th level cleric spell,
Okay.
and to have a cleric to cast 4th level spells, they have to be level 7.
Okay.
And we have level 1 peasants.
You have a group of level 1 peasants.
Can't like 7 of
Come
them
all
become
together.
clerics and like work together? To
That's
cast 4th level
not
spell?
how it works.
Look, they just
Chain
work
casting.
really hard. Okay.
Chain
Chain
casting,
cast.
yeah. Maybe you should have brought a peasant railgun, idiot.
And not to mention, reading it, if this spell is used to dispel a permanent negative level, it has a material component of diamond dust worth 1000 GP.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention that.
This spell cannot be used to dispel more than 1 permanent negative level possessed by a target in a 1-week period. Nigga!
This is dumb. Ilya, why?
I'm running it out of the book!
Don't then.
I could just do like
I want this to be fun, man.
that is
That's cool.
fun.
No, it's not.
I don't want to
It
do
is.
You just have to be aware that your character can die, but it's okay. You can make something else.
Look, this could be a lot worse. I could have made that an advanced template creature, like I do most of the creatures.
I mean, if it required greater restoration, that'd be diamond dust worth 5,000 GP.
Stop talking. You're making this worse.
Oh, you already dug yourself a grave that's just...
It's okay. Just pass your fortitude save. It'll be fine.
Just roll through it, idiot.
I'm gonna kill you.
More iframes.
Just to note, next raid night, we're making no progress. I am killing Ilya every single moment I can.
Shirk.
I'm kidding, but
I-
I'm not actually going to do that.
I was like, fucking.
I was gonna say, who's not invited to the next couple raid nights?
Al just starts twitching. Triggered.
So we're
You guys gonna wander around a little bit more?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have to. Do you want us to roll survival to see if we find anything else?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival. You monster. Look, I'm not the one who decided to not to play a fucking RPG without a cleric, alright?
I don't know why I'm
I
rolling
mean,
the
I didn't know
survival,
what
but
everybody else was playing. I just picked Magus because it sounded cool.
That's not my fault. You should have talked to the other players.
I
I
tried
didn't know them at
to.
the time, except for Bodhi, kinda.
Yeah, we knew Bodhi. We didn't really know
Like,
Landon at the
Our
time.
first session was the first time I ever talked to Landon.
Jesus
It was the
Christ,
second
Buster.
time.
Why do
I
you have
tried-
such a high survival?
It doesn't. It's a +3.
But he's always rolling high.
But
Rolled
he
like
can't
3
roll a
levels earlier.
he rolls a 0 on initiative. So
I'm not, and also I'm not
He'll
rolling.
find the shit. He
I'm-
won't start hitting
Nope.
it.
You're
That'll
saying
be a
I'm
natural one
always
right
rolling
there.
high. Have you seen my rolls tonight?
Whereas I keep rolling low and I have a +8.
I specifically referenced your survival checks. Because you have rolled high on almost every one of your survivals.
Alright, fuck this dog. He has a +1.
See, I'll roll you again.
Yes! I have a +8, Joe! The dog is a +1.
That just means the dog's better than you.
Also, I only have a +3 to my survival, and Brutus has a +8.
And you outroll Brutus all the time. Yeah, it's pretty great. You know, this is fun. I'm having fun. You guys having fun? How you guys
I
feeling?
was
Yes.
having fun until
You
my
killed my
What
dog
happened?
locked
What
in.
happened?
You made it unfun.
I
You touched
didn't
the
do
bummer.
anything.
Yes, you did.
I plead the fifth.
I have evidence.
I mean, if anything, you can blame us because we chose this campaign.
I know you guys
I mean,
We'll
did.
give him shit to
technic-
work with.
Technically, I chose it. If we're really gonna be like insulting.
This was the one I wanted the most out of everything.
Same.
Actually, no. This is the second one I wanted the most. The first one I wanted the most was Shackles.
I want to play that so fucking bad, dude.
You have the pirate one?
Yeah.
Skulls and shackles. I want to be a pirate.
I was just gonna sit here singing fucking pirate shots.
So was I, dude. I told
you.
I told Shira he needs to drop everything he was playing for the other game, make it a Skull and Shackles campaign, and I will handwrite every single fucking sea shanty. Shira, I love you.
No, you don't. You hurt my puppy.
I mean, he's not really a puppy. He's kind of big.
Yeah.
He's my puppy. I'm just
He's
sitting
bigger
there.
than you.
I'm just sitting there hugging his head, like my
Okay,
hands
so-
not able to reach each other around it.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
So, you guys, Throthgar and Brutus
Yes,
and
I love
Finn,
that.
actually, you guys are all kind of walking around, and you're kind of getting to like a more swampy area, and you see like there seems to be like a path kind of heading off to the side, and you walk forward, and the forest grows thick here, trees pressed close together with their branches intertwined. A gloom hangs in the air. Foliage around the base of the trees is sparse, stunted by the lack of sunlight. The sound of birds and noises of small animals have ceased, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the ancient woods. And out in the distance, you can see what appears to be a small little cabin. And I'm trying to get this map to work, but my computer is refusing to let me do this.
What's
Oh
a computer?
my god. Swampy area. Shrek incoming.
Difficult
Well, I
terrain.
wouldn't.
What are you
We both.
doing in my swamp?
See, he said swamp, and all I thought was Swamp of the Dead.
By the way, sure to
Nah.
just throw it.
Don't follow the light!
Kira,
Yes.
did you see what I did in the chat there?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Also, why
There's
dubstep
a-
kicks in? You gotta do the Ailstorm version.
Because that's the one I always hear is like the dubstep kicks in and then like it's just screeching wubs of that song. That's the one I always hear on like
Why
meme
the
tracks.
fuck won't this...
Because you did a bad, and the game doesn't like you anymore.
You touched puppies all session. You're bad.
Exactly. You know what's the worst part? I tried to prepare myself for this. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have an animal companion. I know Ilya's gonna try to kill it. He's gonna try to do.
I'm not sure what.
He's gonna try to murder my adorable doggo that I raised from a pup.
Well, it's a good thing that you can always get a new one.
You can't get a new Brutus.
You can.
No,
Mechanically, but not emotionally.
exactly. It's not gonna be Brutus.
Alright, I'll get this map fixed later. It's just pissing me off at this point.
On the upside, Shira, I mean, mechanically speaking, if it were to happen, we just saved a bunch of wolf puppies.
And one of them is oddly enough large.
Saying I could just replace my Brutus? No, I can't just replace.
So,
my Brutus.
you walk into this clearing somewhat. Everybody give me a perception check as you're walking forward.
did we ever even see what's over
Ah!
I hear you're hurting puppers.
Go away!
here? Thank you, Bale.
He did. He hurt my dog.
I gave Shira's dog a negative level.
And he was burning puppers all session.
Only if it has 3.
Oh.
Then it dies instantly. Don't take the shoe and hit me with it. Go away.
No, I told him to give you the
I
I
top
didn't
up.
give
wanna-
it 3, I gave it 1.
Do you want to tell her how badly I murdered the guy that did it though?
Shira murdered the fuck out of the guy that did it, so.
Oh, good.
Also, Cade, I found out, doesn't have 8 negative levels. The wiki I had open, or the SRD I used to check rules, was directing me wrong. So basically, when I was opening Energy Drain, it was taking me to the 9th level spell that wizards get,
Instead of,
rather than the Energy Drain monster ability.
well, I mean, at least if he died, that would be reason enough to get his character back.
I mean, if he died, he probably wouldn't be talking to me anymore.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Fuck you, Joe! Fuck you!"
I would,
If
I
I
just
just-
wouldn't let you forget it.
If I killed Cade like that, I can guarantee you, if we met in person,
He'd clock the fuck.
he would just be like,
He'd punch you in the face and then.
and then kiss me on the mouth. Oh.
Punch you in the face.
I mean, I just randomly jumped into your car without actually knowing it was really.
You just rolled the dice and hope for the best.
Pretty much.
I hope this isn't a stranger.
Is that 'cause I
Okay, so you guys don't really see much. So you're gonna continue forward?
Brutus doesn't see anything with that 18.
You're not super busy, I know you have.
What?
Can we do our campaigns?
We'll figure something out. Okay,
God.
so Kieran,
Cade, it happened.
Hmm.
You rolled
Oh, yeah,
higher.
I
you
than
rolled higher. So Kieran, you're walking around and you see what appears to be spider webs, kind of weaving across the path in various areas where you think you would have to step.
Hail to the
And
knock.
if you look up, you can see there's about 15 feet up into the trees. You see remains of some squirrels, rabbits, birds, and there's also what appears to be 2 humans that look like they were vivisected, one might say.
He's using big
Vivisected.
words.
Can I check if they're dead?
You can see their stomach, and their intestines are sprawled like across the spider web.
Can I check for a pulse?
There's been a
There you-
murder.
Are you going to climb 15 feet up?
No.
Okay. So,
You know what?
yeah.
No, I'll just stand on Bruce's back. We should be tall enough.
Okay,
I'm kidding. No, I'm not.
roll me a reflex save
I'm kidding. I'm not doing that.
as
Two.
you come in contact with the web, Shira. Alright, I'm just gonna use this map again, because this fucking map is not wanting to work, and it's just pissing me off.
There's been a murder.
Did we see what was over here?
There was nothing.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I
Just
said,
like in this new map, there is not gonna be anything in the kitchen. It is not going to exist, because this fucking shitty ass computer.
I like that he cut out there too.
Talk shit, get hit.
Oh my
I'm
god,
angry.
we're blind.
I didn't actually cut out, I just stopped talking because I'm pissed.
Oh, okay. You can't blind me, I have dark vision. I'm a dwarf.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Right.
Ilya,
Right here.
would you want to use that program that I got, the one that lets you build your own maps?
Isn't that for which one was it?
It was. Hold on, let me just open up Steam real quick. I can tell you. It's something called I think it's called Dungeon Builder or something like that.
Dungeon.
I might.
Okay, yeah. Tell me what it is, because I will want that.
Yeah.
I will take a look at. There's a new one that just came out that a lot of people are raving about. So, we can look at maps whenever we finish session.
Yeah.
So you guys are all kind of walking forward, careful to look around. You don't hear, but the 4 of you rather, and I guess 6 if you count the animal companions, you all don't hear from behind until it's too late. 2 giant spiders skitter up from behind, while in front of you jumps down this I don't really know how to describe it other than abomination. It walks on 2 legs. It has 2 arms, but they are somewhat clawed, maybe fanged, and it has the face of a spider.
So it's like a Spider-Man.
And it looks like this.
No, it's a man spider.
Oh, isn't that just a
Yeah,
thing?
that's a man spider.
One might even say this is actually a more accurate representation.
Oh, hang on.
Now it's a kappa.
It's adorable.
And as the thing walks forward to you, its mandibles kind of click together, and you're pretty sure it's licking its mouth. And we'll end there for the week.
I shoot it.
Oh,
No, I want to
murder.
knowledge something. Knowledge local. Nope.
That wouldn't be a knowledge local for one. Don't fucking do that. I'll let everyone roll a knowledge check before we go. It's a knowledge dungeoneering.
Dungeoneering.
I have a point in that.
Oh no. I
I
rolled
don't have
one
a
more.
point, but it's a class skill, so it works. Never mind.
Oh,
Okay,
we're not
so
underground,
Dwolgal knows what this is. This is a Ettercap.
Does he
This
know
hideous
this-
purple creature walks upright like a man, but its face is that of a spider, and its hands are sickle-shaped claws.
Brutus knows more than
I'm still going with the fact that Drogo calls it adorable.
Has engineering experience.
So, like I said, in there for the week, I will update the loot sheet with everything you guys found, so it's already done. Gonna work on that right now. But, yeah.
Also,
Hey, guys.
it
Good.
was called a Dungeon Painter Studio.
Okay.
It's on Steam, so.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But
There's a couple things there's one that a lot of people have been raving about lately that I keep seeing posted about on YouTube.
It's only $15, but I can give you guys like add you guys to the family
Excuse me.
thing so you can use it.
So yeah, that's the end of this session. How you guys feeling?
good.
I'm feeling fine.
I'm feeling better knowing that my level drains were a lie.
I'm gonna murder you.
So what should I have actually taken that on Cade?
2.
Well, see, now that's a lot fucking better, isn't it, Joe?
That makes a lot more sense, to be fair. That's not a go there to kill yourself room anymore.
Yeah, that's not a walk into this room. Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Pretty much. That's
Like,
what
I was saying
like,
to
that can't be right. That's so dumb.
We literally sat there, and I was like, "There's no way I'm reading this right." And I was like, "But
Yeah.
I keep clicking on the link, and just
Because I'm like, some things in like tabletop games can be brutal, but they're always fair. I'm like, it's not gonna be just I walk into a room and I drop fucking dead.
I
yeah,
mean,
because there was no save against it or anything.
yeah, the save happens the following day.
Yeah.
That was fun. I was like, oh man, I gotta play. I killed a player. This is a good day. Stop fucking just sit right here. I'm still pissed off at you. Fuck.
I'm not gonna lie, at this point, if you do kill Cade, I'm probably gonna bring in like a war priest or something.
No, you gotta bring in a skull and just fucking 4 in the morning, and I'm zoning. They say I'm possessed, and fucking
Scream back down
Kanye
my
or
lungs.
Taki.
I'm just gonna go full on Bard if Jiro somehow dies.
I worry about what happens if I kill some of you.
Yeah, all my
like,
characters have become
is
bullshit.
The,
at some
You just
point.
said-
the problem is like most of you have a better idea of the system now, so I'm like worried about what you're gonna fucking
Yeah,
come up with.
think about it. Jiro was made with me knowing fuck all about the game.
Yeah. And Cade, I kind of made just dicking around, not knowing how the session was really going to go since I haven't played with any of
I already saw what happened when I killed Casey. It was like she came back more powerful than I could possibly imagine.
Yeah, it's like at this point, you kill any one of us, we're just going to be sitting there grinning at you like, now you fucked up!
You know who I'm really
How
worried
do I
about
make
killing?
you suffer now?
You know who I'm really worried about killing?
Bodhi.
Bodhi. I
Yeah.
do not want to deal with the shit he will unleash on me.
Yeah.
I was like, Vargi could be bad.
Landon
yeah,
would
I
come
don't know
up.
why.
Landon
Yeah.
would come up with some stupid shit, not some annoying shit.
Yeah,
Some
he just
stupid
goes, like,
shit.
stupid.
He'd like pull
And
out
then
a
I'm like,
build like the
wait,
peasant
no,
railgun
Bodhi
or
would go
Yeah,
out of his way just
yeah.
to teach you a
But
fucking
Landon
lesson.
would come up with something that's like, all right, well, Landon, what do you do? Well, I make 15 claw attacks that all deal 1d2 minus 1 damage. Why? Why? That's the kind of shit Landon would impose on me. Bodhi would be like, all right, my guy makes 1 attack. It is at a plus 47. I'm like, what, you're level 2. He's like, I know.
You know, fun fact, I was looking through my mega spell list of stuff I have access to now. I basically can start getting druid abilities.
I don't want that.
I can take on, like, animal spells that give me, like, claw attacks and shit.
See, if Jared Brothers comes into the campaign, he's
What
just
is
going to be a
Jared's brother
wolf
again?
formation all the time as well. He's not even going to fuck. He's not going to fucking try and be human like fucking Jiro is all the time.
Yeah, I
Mind
don't
you,
wanna do it.
Jiro's being more and more upfront with being a fox. I sleep on the roof. I flip him through the window.
Let me just quickly go to Google how to make a broken character Pathfinder.
I mean, I
just
can
the
literally
power
list
builds.
off several.
Yeah,
like,
there are
overpowers.
builds and stuff on.
Oh, I know.
There's plenty of ways to be broken. It's
I
just,
know.
Yeah,
are
I
you
could
gonna
make
be that
Ninja more
guy?
broken than I've made it at the moment. I've just put it for my playstyle and Just
Uh,
how I feel he would evolve as a character.
I'm going to save you a little bit of time, Sherry. You want to look up some silly shit? Start with meta magic feats.
Also,
Yeah, here you want to play a character that has shitloads of damage on a single hit. Play a Magus and get like 3 meta magic feats for shocking grasp, and go get a falchion, and and then it like as a
Crit
swift
for like
action you can keen your
30d6.
scimitar, so make it crit on a 16 to 20 rather than an 18 to 20.
okay.
And when you make your attack, you do 12d6 points of damage in addition to your melee attack,
Okay.
which hits touch AC.
All right.
And then just fucking proceed to make me angry.
With the shocking grasp.
Also, to be fair, if I actually if Throthgar dies and I actually made a broken character, I'd make sure he'd die in the first session that he was in.
I just wouldn't allow it. I would just not allow you to play a broken character. It's that simple.
Elia,
I know.
I also thought of something that can get you into your sea shanty shit.
What?
When I eventually make a campaign, I'll make it an Eosian type one, but we'll be like Maelstrom people, so we're on the sea.
Oh no.
So you can have your sea shanties and your dragoon or warrior.
Also,
Yeah, I
Ilya,
wouldn't have allowed a 300 damage fighter. I would have just killed you in 2 hits.
Ilya, you can make sea shanties in my campaign. You guys can be on the sea.
But I'm not a pirate. My character isn't a pirate.
Well, then make your next character a pirate. 'Cause I'm
There,
gonna
Shira.
murder you for de-leveling my Brutus.
I mean, you don't even have to try to murder me, dude. I told you what my health is at level 1.
I know. That's why I specifically said make your.
You're gonna
next character.
accidentally murder me.
Yeah.
Hey, Shira.
Yes.
Yeah, I put in the chat an example of what he was talking about for what the numbers would
Well,
look
that's
like.
what I wanted to look
Oh,
up as
God.
well. I wanted to look up
Yeah.
months.
It'd be like it could be somewhere around 12d6 plus 8d6, for example, not counting bonuses or however high you might actually soar it.
That's dumb.
The downside is, if something has lightning resistance, you're probably just gonna die. It's one of those things of putting all of your eggs in, you're putting all of your eggs and all of your eggs you will ever have in your life in one basket.
Pretty
Fair
much.
enough.
And say something has spell resist, oh, you are just you're gonna be fucking cursing at me.
Joe, did I tell you about the small one I'm working towards on Cade now for a combo?
No.
Using a Rhyme Spell, Enforce, and Frostbite with my Spell Strike, I can basically, I think it was Bind, Fear, and something else a target in one attack.
No.
That's what I'm doing. That's happening
I'm
now.
not gonna allow it. I'm just gonna kill you in the next combat.
I'm already building that fight.
You guys are attacking a literal fort of ogres that have nearly one-shot every single one of you. I think I can get a kill off.
Hey, we already thinned them out with our army of super lizards.
Yeah, you killed some.
Yeah.
You killed some. You killed like 4.
That was the greatest thing we did last session.
That's the only thing you
this
really did
encounter
last
and
session.
actually turn the encounter on the next encounter. We're just gonna send this army of lizards upstairs to just Pikachu everything to death.
The best thing is the book has that written into it.
That's great.
They're like, oh yeah, if the PCs want to do this, then have fun. Okay.
Watch them.
Well, you said we didn't have an army to raise against them in quick enough time, so we found our own.
It was right under their noses.
Okay. That was fun. I'm scared though. My pupper. I don't want my pupper to lose a level. It's gonna be so sad. If he loses a level, it's gonna be so bad. Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw the stream over to Dragon Dirgle. No! You die, Ilya! I hate you! I'm gonna make you pay. Somehow. You don't belong here! Okay. Alright. See you all next time.